Believe it or not, 19 years ago, before Messi's debut, Ronaldo was already playing his first international final. Back then, he was just a United rotation player with 12 career goals and one full 90-minute game for Portugal. That tournament changed everything. By the end, everyone knew his name. He became the top-rated wonderkind and placed 12th in the Ballon d'Or. But that final was the biggest heartbreak of his career. Portugal became the first host nation to lose a European Championship final. For Ronaldo, it was deeply personal, his father's last tournament before passing. Ronaldo later said, "He believed I'd be the best, but never saw it." Though it felt like destiny, the tournament began in chaos. The gigantic failure of Portugal's golden generation. After a disappointing 2002 World Cup, where Portugal's golden generation failed to advance, the federation aimed to avoid further embarrassment at Euro 2004. They replaced the manager with World Cup winning coach Luis Felipe Scolari, but his early results were underwhelming, winning less than half of his first 15 matches. Fans were also divided. Many resented the inclusion of Brazilian-born Deco, viewing it as favoritism, while others protested the tournament's $500 million cost to build 10 new stadiums in a poor country. To revitalize the squad, Scolari phased out aging stars like João Pinto and Sergio Conceição, favoring younger players like Quaresma and Simão. However, the most significant change was still to come. One day, Scolari's assistant, Mortosa, returned from scouting with game-changing news that would shift Portugal's fortunes, from nobody to becoming his country's salvation. Mortosa rushed to Scolari, flustered, insisting, "Philip, you have to see this kid. He's an incredible winger." Scolari interrupted, "We already have Figo and Quaresma. We don't need him." But Mortosa pressed, "You don't understand. This one's a phenomenon. We have to call him up." Scolari dismissed the suggestion, unaware of the impact Cristiano Ronaldo would soon make. Weeks later, left off the Under-19 European Championship squad, Ronaldo dominated the Toulon tournament, leading his team to victory and making everyone regret his exclusion from the upcoming European Championship. With newfound confidence, Ronaldo's star continued to rise at Sporting. He excelled in preseason matches, culminating in a memorable 3-1 victory against Manchester United, where he humiliated legends. Realizing they couldn't beat him, United signed him instead. After becoming the Premier League's most expensive teenager, Scolari recognized Mortosa's insight. This kid was special. Any doubts about his national team call-up vanished as even the golden generation saw Ronaldo's relentless attacking prowess. Fernando Couto famously yelled, "Breathe, kid, breathe." In the locker room, Ronaldo's energy was boundless. He dribbled teammates, played football in the showers, and worked so hard that Scolari had to lock away the balls to make him rest. His unmatched mentality inspired his teammates, who encouraged him to keep pushing. "Make some magic, kid. We're here for you." With this bond, belief grew that this young talent could finally help Portugal realize its 15-year dream of making history, despite early setbacks. How Scolari fixed the team midway through the Euros. In their opening match against Greece, Portugal once again faced disappointment, falling behind just 7 minutes in. Ronaldo came on at halftime, but as Custin noted, he was so eager to make a change that he made a mistake, conceding a penalty. Although Ronaldo later scored, it wasn't enough to ease the pain. Portugal needed to win matches like this but allowed a Greek team, whose only goal was to try to win a match, to dominate them. Desperate for a turnaround, Scolari gathered the team on the bus for a reality check. "We're already in the knockouts. We had one chance to mess up, and now it's gone." He then made a pivotal decision to start 3 Champions League winners from the bench. The impact was immediate. Just 7 minutes into the next match, Deco and Manek combined to score the first goal. Later, Ronaldo assisted Rui Costa for the second goal. Just like that, they were on their way to the knockout stages, with only one team left to face. Portugal's incredible path towards the final. Portugal's next challenge was their eternal rivals, Spain, a team they hadn't beaten in 23 years. At halftime, still goalless, the Spanish coach informed his players that Russia had defeated Greece. A draw would allow both teams to advance. Fueled by rivalry, Puyol broke the deadlock, eliminating Spain and ironically advancing Greece. But Portugal had no time to dwell on that as they prepared for a legendary clash against England. While Portugal struggled, England had won all their qualifiers. With stars like Ronaldo, Figo, and Deco facing Rooney and Lampard, the pressure was on. 3 minutes in, Owen scored, highlighting the challenge ahead. However, just 4 minutes later, Simão assisted Postiga, pushing the match into extra time. Rui Costa then scored a stunning strike, putting Portugal ahead. but Lampard equalized, sending the match to penalties. The shootout was intense, with Beckham and Rui Costa missing, but Ronaldo scored confidently. In sudden death, Ricardo saved the next penalty and then scored, sending Portugal to the semifinals. Against the Netherlands, Ronaldo shone, opening the scoring with a header and quickly assisting Mane for one of Euro history's greatest goals. When Jorge Andrade scored an own goal minutes later, it was clear that without Ronaldo's defiance, Portugal might not have reached the final. Finally, after semi-final defeats to England in '66, France in '84, and in 2000, Portugal was ready to face Greece and seize their moment. The greatest upset in the history of the Euros. As the final approached, Portugal was electric, with the team capturing the nation's heart and the Euros defining a decade. Scolari's call for fans to hang flags resulted in an estimated 5 million flags adorning the country, more than one for every family, creating a palpable sense of euphoria. As the team bus neared the stadium, fans filled the streets, and even planes, boats, and horseback riders paused for a glimpse. Rui Costa summed it up perfectly. The whole country carried us in their arms, and after defeating Spain, England, and the Netherlands, Portugal felt invincible against Greece, a team yet to win a major tournament match or score a goal before 2004. Greece's disciplined and defensive approach earned them the label of anti-football, averaging 48 tackles per match and winning every knockout game by just one goal. Despite being seen as underdogs, their rigid style of play united them in their remarkable quest against the odds. The match unfolded as expected, with Greece starting to waste time just 9 minutes in. The game hinged on a single goal, a scrappy header from a corner, their only shot on target and the sole corner of the match, enough to deliver Portugal the greatest tragedy in their footballing history. Cameras captured a tearful Ronaldo, unable to contain his emotions. At that moment, it felt devastating, but as Costina later remarked, that was the moment a star was born. Ronaldo wasn't just mourning a loss, it signified the beginning of his defiance. In the locker room, the golden generation felt it might be their last shot at glory. But Ronaldo, still a teenager, confidently declared, "I know this won't be the last one," proving to be right. His journey had only just begun. If you enjoyed this story about Cristiano Ronaldo's transformative journey, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more engaging content.